Hello, and thank you for watching and tuning into our channel today. My name is Adam. If this is your first time here, today we're going to go over the update of our brand new edition of a Cuban night anole that we recently found in our shop. Stay tuned, this one is awesome. And we're keeping it! And here we have a fine example of a tropical setup for a tropical reptile. And this little guy is thriving. As you can see, there are droppings there and there, because he always likes to kind of hang out right through here and all the way up his vines. Now this tank is a 20-gallon tall, so we have some nice branches that go across. That's some nice driftwood that we had previously, as well as a perch you would typically use for a bird, but that one's pretty good because it goes all the way to the top of the tank, and some dusted crickets. And if you dust them heavily like this, it makes them a little less mobile, as an undusted cricket you can see is very fast and nimble, not to mention the nutritional aspect and bonus of having a dusted cricket, but it is also easier for your animal to attack. I also do have a mini waterfall on order, which will be here very soon, but Cuban night anoles, doing my research, do not necessarily, just like bearded dragons, like stagnant water. They like flowing water. So in this case, grab me a nice little handy dandy tool like this, and he's basically living off the ice. So I'm going to take my block of ice that I've chipped off, go here and put it right next to the heat light. And now what this does with this lovely little snowball here in South Florida will allow it to drip all the way from up top all the way down there. It's gonna melt. And this little tip will just buy me some time just for the couple days until my waterfall arrives. And on the note of the light, we have a UVA, which I believe is a 75 watt, as well as UVB. I believe this one is a 24-inch desert fluorescent UVB bulb. And with your UVB bulbs, make sure you change them periodically at least once a year, and especially with arboreal creatures and animals, the radiation that the bulb dissipates will not hit the bottom of the tank over time, but as long as your animal stays up towards the top of the tank, close to the light, it'll be okay. But in the end, you want them getting the proper care and the proper lighting. And as you can see, we are dripping, our snowball is melting. And this is about 3 or 4 days past when we first caught him. I always encourage to use as a substrate some paper towels, because you can avoid impaction and any digestion complications with your animal if in fact they do miss the bug and they wind up eating some of the substrate. And as much hard work as you're putting into your animal, you do not want that to go to waste and have them to have digestion issues or impaction issues, which can result from using harder substrate. Let's take a little look at this guy or girl. Hello. Hello there. It's always so alert and curious. It's grown a little bit. Its head is in some shed right now. You can see the top of its head. We still haven't figured out a name for you. What are we going to name you? Please comment below. Be creative. Think of something cool. This guy is really cool. What are we going to name you? Always hides so well in these green little foliage is what they call them. And they suction cup to the back glass, which is very cool. What are we going to name you? He kind of moved back. He's like, whoa. Yeah, he's freaking out. Let's close this top. When I came in today, he was on this branch where that little white calcium piece of poop is, and you could see he also, that's his third poop, where it's third poop, one in the water bowl and 2 on the outside of the water bowl. So those are always excellent signs that your animal is indeed eating and feeding off of whatever grub that you choose to provide for it. And in this situation, we chose crickets. We went with 1/4-inch crickets. We used calcium with D3 and not with D3. We mix them together, so those crickets are well dusted with a good balance. You can also add vitamins, powdered vitamins as well, but it all depends how you gut load your food. Remember, your animals eat what they eat, which means what the grub eats is what is going to go into your animal. And we also chose a couple small mealworms, which are living in that bowl down there. They're under the kale, which we put in there. So once again, your bugs are what they eat. Good nutrition is always key. So I'm gonna get back to cleaning this little guy's cage, kind of figure out what else to add. We have a waterfall coming, which is pretty cool. I'm looking forward to that. And thank you for watching. If you like what you saw and you want to see more of our little Cuban green night anole grow, and we're going to provide it with other cages and do a lot of cool feeding because these things are very carnivorous, which is meat. It's pretty cool. So stay tuned, like and subscribe, hit that notification bell button below if you like animals or if you just like outside in nature or fish, because we do all of the above. Have an excellent day, an awesome weekend, and Adam signing out. And we're keeping it